What if I told you that the difference between living and merely existing is not in how long you live, but in how clearly you define your purpose? One goal, one mission, one life. Ladies and gentlemen, life is a precious gift, and we are not here just to exist, but to live with purpose. One goal, one mission, one life. When you decide what truly matters to you, nothing can hold you back. You may fall, you may break, but every scar will become your strength. Don't chase everything. Chase what defines you, and in that journey, you will discover the real you. Life becomes truly meaningful when you focus on one clear purpose, because purpose is the light that guides you through the darkest tunnels and gives meaning to every step you take. So often, people try to chase too many dreams at once, stretching themselves thin, running after things that only give temporary satisfaction. And in doing so, they lose sight of what really matters. When you scatter your energy in countless directions, you may feel busy, but not fulfilled. You may look successful on the outside, but feel empty on the inside. True fulfillment is born when you identify one mission that resonates with your heart and soul, a mission that defines why you wake up every morning, and why you continue even when life feels unbearably heavy. It is this clarity of purpose that allows you to find strength in the face of struggle, because no matter how hard the journey gets, you know exactly why you are walking it. Dedicating yourself to a single mission does not mean limiting your potential. Rather, it means channeling your energy with focus, turning your life into a powerful stream instead of a scattered puddle. Every challenge you encounter becomes a stepping stone, not an obstacle, because you view difficulties as part of the path that is leading you to something greater. You stop being afraid of failures, because you understand that each failure is teaching you how to refine your vision, how to sharpen your skills, and how to grow stronger than you were yesterday. Your setbacks no longer define your worth, they define your growth. This shift in perspective gives you a resilience that no distraction, no criticism, and no hardship can shake. When you dedicate yourself to one mission, your life gains direction, and with direction comes strength. You no longer live for approval from others, because your eyes are fixed on something higher than applause or recognition. You are not swayed by every storm, because your roots go deeper than temporary emotion. Even when others doubt you, even when you doubt yourself, that inner calling keeps pushing you forward, whispering to you that the pain is temporary, but the purpose is eternal. That is the difference between living a scattered life and a purposeful one. A scattered life is exhausting, while a purposeful life is empowering. Along the way, you discover that the mission itself transforms you. It teaches you patience, because great things take time. It teaches you courage, because meaningful dreams always come with risk. It teaches you humility, because to chase something that matters requires falling, failing, and standing back up more times than you can count. Most importantly, it teaches you the art of becoming, of turning into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than you were before. When you look back, you realize that the mission was never only about achieving something outside of you. It was also about shaping the person inside of you. The path becomes your teacher, and the struggles become your guide, reminding you constantly that clarity of purpose is the greatest strength a person can ever carry. Scars, failures, and struggles are not signs of weakness, but silent reminders of resilience. They are the marks of a battle you survived, proof that you stood when life tried to break you down. Many people see scars and failures as the end, as something to hide, but in reality they are stories of courage, written on the canvas of your life. Every scar tells you that you endured pain, yet continued. Every failure whispers that you tried when it was easier to give up. Every struggle shapes your character into something unshakable. Strength does not come from living a life without challenges. It comes from facing the storms and still choosing to rise. When you embrace your pain as part of your mission, you stop looking at difficulties as enemies and start seeing them as teachers. Pain teaches you patience, failure teaches you humility, and struggle teaches you perseverance. Without these lessons, the mission you are chasing would not carry the same depth. because it is the hardship that makes the victory meaningful. Every broken piece of your journey fits into the puzzle of who you are becoming. And even when you feel shattered, those pieces still carry beauty. A scarred soul is not damaged. It is seasoned, and it carries wisdom that cannot be learned in comfort. Resilience is not about pretending to be strong all the time. It is about falling apart and then finding the courage to stand again. The world might not see your silent battles, but deep within you know how many nights you cried, how many days you doubted, and how many moments you nearly surrendered. Yet here you are, still walking, still breathing, still carrying that mission inside your heart. That is resilience in its truest form, the decision to keep moving, despite the weight on your shoulders. And the more you embrace your scars, instead of hiding them, the more powerful you become, because you no longer fear being broken. When you begin to see your struggles as part of your journey, you also realize that pain has a way of connecting you with others. Scars carry empathy, because once you have walked through darkness, you can understand the pain of someone else walking through them. Your wounds turn into bridges, and your story becomes a source of strength for others who feel weak. What once felt like a curse transforms into a gift, because through your resilience, others learn that survival is possible. The closer you get to your true mission, the more challenges you face, because meaningful paths are never easy. Every time life tests you, it is only refining your determination and making sure your mission is not built on fragile foundation. The storms come to test how much you truly want what you are chasing. And when you choose to keep walking, despite the storms, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than you thought. Your scars no longer feel like reminders of pain. They feel like badges of honor, proof that you have endured and proof that you are still standing tall. The true essence of life lies in living with clarity, purpose, and resilience. One goal, one mission, one life means dedicating yourself to what truly defines you, embracing every scar, every failure, and every struggle as part of your strength. When you focus on what matters most, you stop being afraid of falling, because you know that every fall shapes you into the person you are destined to become.